you obviously have banking background, the financial part, but a lot of people, even, with the financial background, may not know what key performance indicators you need to hit in the plumbing industry. What gross margin's right, what's a good average ticket. When did you start kind of monitoring that? Did you get on that right away? I know you talked about software. No, you're shaking your head. No. Yeah.
It's definitely been a learning process, and knowing, how to balance the checkbook in QuickBooks and how to, how to figure interest rates on loans, completely different than looking at a job and trying to get to a profitability. I really have to give David kudos because he has been the driver this year. And hey, let's try to get this profitability marked down. Let's really look at each job. Let's make sure, first of all, our material is right and the guys are selecting the right material, because we have this software that tells us if we're profitable, but it's only as good as the users. Exactly. So training them how to use it, David first understanding how to use it, and making sure inventory was right and priced right. And then really looking at each job. We have kind of a range that is acceptable, and then we have a target, each job. Sure, some of them are going to be more profitable, the ones with no material. Some are going to be a little less profitable for a bigger job. But knowing that we have that target, I think it keeps him on pace,
Yeah.
And I learned that from banking. I learned that trial and error, losing money on jobs, then making some money on jobs, and then finding out what jobs are more profitable for us. And when we have 10 calls come in that day, we're going to do, the 5 or 6 most profitable ones.
That's right. Good for you.
And it's okay.
Yeah, right. And it's okay. It's okay. Those people can just slide back later in the week. Let's get the big profit job. Yeah. David, talk about, so you're looking at the invoices all the time. You're looking at what materials they're using. How often are you doing that? It sounds like a daily process.
Every day, every morning when I come in. I do actually come in a little earlier than Kerrison does. But yes,
everybody. He's here at 7 a.m. every morning. Yes.
Yeah. Well, you got to like it, right? You must like it if you're doing it, right? No, but but you see what the potential is in this business. You're seeing how it's responding to the changes. That's cool when you go, hey, we're working hard, but man, look at what it's doing. The guys are excited. We're making money. Customers are happy. It's exhilarating. It's great.
And we did have a little bit of an issue with guys understanding why is it we continue to ask more of them, as far as profitability. And we decided that one day we're going to sit down and we're going to have a training with them, and we're going to show them, and how do we get to this number? And
great.
Since then, the guys are all, hey, what can I do? How can we do more? Am I doing this right? Can you do something to help me out with it?
I love that. You got to get them to buy in, right? Because we've talked about sharing numbers with them, but they got to understand where that money goes, because it's not all going in your pockets, right? I mean, there's a lot to running a company, and there's a lot of money going out, right? So talk about that training. What did, that exercise, what did you do? Did you just show them percentages? This goes to this goes to that.
Well, so we've done a couple of different things. Ginny, about a year or so ago, did one. Okay, well, what does $1,000 give you on this call? And they showed the breakdown, which was kind of eye opening.
Yeah.
But then I started working with the percentage. If you do it at this amount, we're not going to be as profitable as what we do versus the book price. Right. So also on bigger jobs, how do you actually estimate to where you're going to be profitable? And I showed them exactly how to do that. And it's like something just turned on, a switch just turned on for them.
Yeah. Well, they probably never had any kind of business training, right?
They had not. And so I think so often they don't express this idea, but they go and they do a $7,000 job or an $8,000 job, and they say, I just made you $7,000. You're welcome.
Right.
And they don't understand that it costs $6,900, to do that job. And then also have all of my overhead expenses. So his idea to break it down just really gave those young guys, a perspective of everything that goes in, into doing that. And then if you don't have good profitability, then you don't have that little amount to give incentives and bonuses at the end of each job or
Absolutely.
or the month or the year. So I think that was good for them to see.